We might think of human-focused architectural research as social science research in the realm of architecture, but in my experience, the work of researchers who are informed by a design background has a different sensitivity to the detail and composition of the environment. As these researchers conduct research projects, they pay careful attention to characteristics of the environment across a range of scales, so human-focused research conducted by scholars in architecture becomes much more useful and informative in the design process. People are the reason we do what we do. The purpose of modifying the environment through architecture and landscape construction is first and foremost to support basic human needs in the present and future. To do this well, designers must understand what constitutes basic human needs generally and in specific conditions, how basic needs differ by demographics and individual experience, how designed environments can be supportive in specific conditions, and where environments fail to meet human needs. The relationship between social science research and architectural design suggests that design and research are different but supportive activities that can work together in knowledge generation. Research and design should be conceived as linked and mutually reinforcing. Design undertakings seek to solve a particular set of problems. Designed environments provide a best guess about an appropriate solution. Both design process and designed environments generate questions which can engender a research project. Human beings are the primary paying and non-paying clientele for architectural creations. They form the main constituency that must be satisfied by our work. Social science research focused on people and designed environments can help us understand who we are or should be serving and their needs and desires. Quantitative studies answer questions of who, what, where, and when. They result in data reflecting countable and categorizable things. Large data sets with many responses often result. A general sense of who, where, and when is possible using statistical analysis. Qualitative studies help us understand why people behave in a particular way and how they perceive environments and feel about particular places and virtual environments that designers may simulate. Qualitative studies can provide much information useful for design, but may yield results not broadly generalizable. Mixed method studies that incorporate both quantitative and qualitative data enable a more holistic understanding of a situation. An example from my own human-centered research sought to understand how the environment in Milwaukee, Wisconsin supported acculturation of Hmong refugees from Southeast Asia, a vulnerable group living in particular neighborhoods and housing in the city, and how those environments might be more supportive. This was a mixed quantitative and qualitative study. This map illustrates how I used geocoded U.S. Census data to identify areas where Hmong immigrants clustered. In this project, I teamed with ACTS Housing, an organization that assisted low and moderate income families to purchase and rehab older homes in some of these neighborhoods. I developed a quantitative data set that brought together information about ACTS property sales and rehab assistance and city tax assessor and property ownership records. That database of 369 ACTS-supported homeowners enabled me to answer questions like who had purchased and at what cost. These data highlighted 201 Hmong owner-occupant households, my pool of potential participants for the study's next stage. The qualitative stage involved documentation of the physical environment and household activities and in-depth interviews in each of 42 households. This helped me understand the story of each, how and why they'd purchased their home, how they conducted their daily life within their home and neighborhood, how they felt about their home and living in a particular neighborhood in Milwaukee. Analysis of these data enabled me to understand overall how physical and social characteristics of housing and neighborhood nurtured immigrant acculturation for these households, and how to recreate the environment as more supportive of their desired level of inclusion in the cultural mainstream. In this project, I engaged people and queried them about their thoughts, ideas, and opinions about the built environment. I also used private identifiable information related to their homes, their families, and themselves. It's human subjects research that necessitated IRB approval from my university before beginning the work. I worked with a team of 3 language and cultural translators. A strong and trusting relationship with a partnering not-for-profit organization was critical to the study's success. Much of the work architects do involves interacting with people and trying to understand what they want in a design outcome. Done in an ad hoc way, it yields the anecdotes that guide design process. When we engage with building users and paying and non-paying clients of our design work through a planned programming or feedback process, we are in the realm of human-centered research. Architects conduct research when they collect or analyze information in a systematic way with the intention of using it to inform design or contribute to generalizable knowledge useful to a larger subset of professionals and the public. This research may be proprietary in nature and useful for a particular client with no intention of broader dissemination. It still has the potential to harm particular participants if not conducted in a manner respectful of privacy expectations and which preserves confidentiality. Proprietary information is useful and provides important guidance for design decisions in specific projects, but if not disseminated within the profession more broadly, research doesn't help improve the overall quality of the environment, and for human-focused research, the broader daily environmental experiences of the public. Dissemination of research findings within and beyond the profession provides a path to exponentially improve human experience and better meet basic human needs. Oftentimes, this is the role played by human-focused architectural researchers in academia. Academics may engage with human-focused research as one part of their scholarly output. That work comes with the expectation that findings be broadly disseminated to academic, professional, and sometimes public audiences, often with the caveat of peer review to confirm its scholarly contributions.